The highlights of today's defense news, 22nd of December 25. Indian Air Force Defense Shield revamp to intercept beyond visual range. Agnikul Cosmos test fires pair of 3D printed Agnilet engines. Adani Group plans to enter engine MRO passenger aircraft to freighter conversion space. Indian Army fast tracks the procurement of 850 drones. Israel seeks India's defense manufacturing partnership amid stricter European export controls. Digantara expands capabilities to track adversary missiles using advanced space technology. Safran and GTRE to co-develop advanced engine for AMCA Mk2 with sixth generation technology. In the global highlights, US approves $1.1 billion tactical mission network sale to strengthen Taiwan's defense. Embraer's Eve makes maiden flight of flying car prototype. A heavyweight multirole UAV, a potential drone mothership, Jiutian, has conducted its maiden flight in China. US Space Development Agency places $3.5 billion order for 72 satellites. The news in detail. Indian Air Force is working towards the upgradation and modernization of its Integrated Air Command and Control System (IACCS), which served as the nerve center during Operation Sindoor. The IACCS is undergoing the third phase of its upgradation and modernization. It is to cater to long-range vectors, network centricity, and precision strike, with a focus on the beyond visual range capability. What adds to the new phase new is that now there are nodes with threat evaluation modules which will prioritize threats based on information or profile targets. A standoff weapons launch detection system is already in place. Standoff launch is the tactic adopted to launch an attack keeping a safe distance from the counter. This will improve the capability to counter enemies using appropriate weapons and systems. Agnikul Cosmos, a new space startup based in Chennai, fired a pair of its Agnilet semi-cryogenic engines. The engines were driven by electric motors developed in-house, pump-fed and 3D printed as a single piece. The engines reached thermal steady state and demonstrated uniform system performance over a period of 49 seconds. The Agnilet is the first single-piece 3D printed semi-cryogenic engine in the world. A total of 4 pumps were used in the firing that are driven by fully independent electric motors, with most of the pump components produced domestically with 3D printing, with the speeds controlled by drives and software developed by Agnikul. Adani Group is preparing to enter aircraft engine maintenance and passenger to freighter conversions, widening its aviation services portfolio as it scales up beyond airports, pilot training, and defense linked operations. The conglomerate has reorganized its aviation interest into two verticals: airport infrastructure and airport services, covering both civilian and defense use. The group entered the MRO space in December after acquiring Airworks for an enterprise value of 400 crore rupees. It later deepened its presence through Adani Defence System and Technologies, which agreed to acquire Indamer Techniques, strengthening its footprint across civilian and defense maintenance. Geographically, the group plans to add new MRO bases in Ahmedabad, Guwahati, and Bhubaneswar. Kamikaze drones, also called suicide drones, are a mixture of missiles and surveillance drones. They derive their name from the World War II Japanese Special Attack Units, where pilots deliberately crashed explosive laden aircraft into Allied warships. Missions dubbed Kamikaze means divine wind. Modern equivalents loiter silently over battlefields for hours, hovering until targets emerge, then dive at high speeds to detonate their payloads with precision. The Indian Army has decided to multiply its strength, and for that, it is soon going to buy 850 dangerous kamikaze drones. This entire deal will be approximately 2,000 crore rupees. These drones will be used not only by the Army but also by the Special Forces of the Indian Air Force and Navy. Israel is strategically pivoting towards India for defense manufacturing, aiming to enhance supply chain resilience, with Israeli firms exploring joint ventures with Indian companies like Adani and Bharat Forge to produce critical military technologies, including UAVs and missile systems. This partnership is expected to bring advanced military technology and manufacturing jobs to India, while also providing Israel with the necessary support to mitigate supply chain risk amid ongoing geopolitical tensions. However, Israeli firms seek regulatory clarity in India's FDI norms and defense acquisition procedure to solidify these investments and foster deeper industrial cooperation. Bangalore based Digantara, a startup focused on missile tracking, is transitioning from space debris monitoring to advanced surveillance systems amid a growing global demand for defense capabilities. Leveraging its expertise, the company aims to detect and characterize missile launchers in near real time through its IRA platform, which integrates space and ground based data. Digantara's Scott satellite, launched in January 25, will be central to its operations, with plans to expand its satellite constellation and ground sensor network. The firm has secured significant contracts, including collaborations with the U.S. Defense Department, and is positioned to enhance India's space defense indigenization. US approved a $1.1 billion sale to Taiwan for a tactical mission network that links sensors, weapons, and commanders, helping forces stay connected during cyber, electronic, and battlefield attacks. The main goal is simple: keep soldiers, weapons, and commanders talking to each other when China tries to block or hack them. The sale is not about one radio or one computer system. It covers a full network setup. It brings together drones, sensors, missiles, artillery, software, hardware, cloud systems, cybersecurity tools, and communication services. The tactical mission network is built with security layers, cloud backups, and managed communication services. This network deal is part of a larger group of US arms sales to Taiwan worth about $11 billion. China reacted strongly and warned of tough actions. Other items in this group include 82 HIMARS launchers, 60 M109A7 self propelled howitzers, Altius loitering munitions, Javelin and Tau missiles, Harpoon support, AH-1W helicopter parts, and the tactical mission network. In this group, the network acts like a glue. It connects HIMARS, artillery, drones, and missile teams. It helps them share target data, avoid friendly fire, and strike faster. Without strong communication, even powerful weapons lose value. The network helps keep the kill chain alive when China tries to blind sensors and cut links. Eve, the electric aircraft unit of Embraer, its full scale flying car prototype, has completed its first flight, marking a key milestone towards certification. Eve is among several firms developing battery powered aircraft capable of vertical takeoff and landing for short urban trips, a sector analysts see as crucial for Embraer's future growth. The company, which has amassed almost 3,000 pre orders for its electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft ahead of production, expects type certification, first deliveries, and entry into service in 2027, a year later than initially planned. The inaugural flight at Embraer's Gavio Piaxoto plant kicks off Eve's flight test phase with hundreds of flights scheduled next year to support certification. The test validated aircraft architecture, fly by wire controls, and integrated propulsion. The timing was in line with its previously announced plan to complete the first flight in late 2025 or early 2026. China's Jiutian drone swarm launching UAV conducts first flight, a heavyweight multirole unmanned aerial vehicle which China unveiled in 2024 as a potential drone mothership has conducted its maiden flight, according to images aired by China Central Television on 11th and 12th December. The UAV, which has been named Jiutian, Nine Heavens, or simply High Sky, has a maximum takeoff weight of 16 tons and has been designed to loft 6 tons of weapons or cargo airborne, including swarms of small drones, according to the Aviation Industry Corporation of China. Commissioned by the Shaanxi Unmanned Equipment Technology Company and developed by AVIC's first aircraft design and research institute, the turbofan-powered aircraft conducted its maiden flight in Pucheng County location, Shaanxi Province, in north-central China. On 12th of December, the broadcaster showed video footage of the aircraft taking off and flying over the airbase with its landing gear in wheels down position. The UAV was subsequently shown landing. The aircraft was first unveiled at Airshow China 2024 in Zhuhai as the Smart Configuration Support UAV. At that time, the aircraft had a serial number painted on the rear fuselage. The aircraft employed for the maiden flight had the same number, according to images aired by CCTV, indicating that it is the same aircraft. According to AVIC, the Jiutian has a top speed of 385 kilotons, a ferry range of 7,000 kilometers, and an endurance of 12 hours. The Space Development Agency, part of US Space Force, has reached agreements with 4 defense suppliers to build 72 satellites worth $3.5 billion collectively. Lockheed Martin, L3Harris, Northrop Grumman, and Rocket Lab USA have signed fixed-price contracts for 18 space vehicles each. The infrared satellites, which will be used for missile warning, tracking, and defense systems, are expected to be launched into low Earth orbit in 2029. The addition of these satellites will achieve near continuous global coverage for missile warning and tracking, along with payloads capable of generating fire control. These satellites belong to Tranche 3 and support the Space Agency's objective of launching a new tranche every 2 years to refresh its satellite architecture with updated technology. In September, the first Tranche 1 space vehicle, a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket, was launched from Vandenberg Space Force Base, California. The agency plans to include a total of 154 operational space vehicles in Tranche 1, which will be ready for initial warfighting capability in 2027. That's the news for today. We hope you have enjoyed the news. Please do subscribe to our channel and do give us your feedback. Thank you.